Hello. So you've probably clicked on this video. You are a returning viewer who has looked at my channel and realized that half of my, or almost all of my videos have gone. So I just thought I'd explain my reasoning as to why that is. The first thing is they're not gone, they're unlisted. If you know me personally, feel free to, if there's a video that you want to watch, just send me a message and I'll send you back the link. So yeah, if you don't know me, if you're just if you're wondering why I did that, I just need to. It's especially after making a commitment to make more YouTube content. My reasoning is as follows. First of all, I want to say that YouTube has always been a bit of a passion project for me. I don't care about subscribers. I don't care about views. I enjoy making a video. I enjoy recording. I enjoy coming up with a plan, constructing something, and then releasing it. That's what I like. I like that it's a project. I like the process of making it. And to be totally, and I've liked that since I was a kid. Like, I'm obviously I'm not going to give you the link, but when I was, there are YouTube videos from when I was 4, right? When I made YouTube, I've been making YouTube videos. I'm now 19, so I've been making YouTube videos for 15 years now. I'm not, back in the day when I was a kid, I wanted to be a YouTuber before anyone even knew that YouTubers could make money from being YouTubers. And I think I'm part of the last generation that can say that. However, the thing is, you say, what do you mean you want to be a YouTuber? But hang on, I just said I don't want to be a YouTuber. So how can I have wanted to be a YouTuber since I was 4? Well, it's not that I want to be, it's not that I never truly wanted to be a YouTuber, as in my career. As I told you, I believed I didn't want it to be I didn't know you could make money. What I meant by that, being a YouTuber back in those days, didn't mean someone whose career was YouTube. I've never really wanted YouTube to be a career. I've always just enjoyed doing it. And you see, all these people, a lot of people, they see being a YouTuber as cool because of the fame or whatever. But it was only ever the process of making videos that made me happy. Okay, so why have I then unlisted my videos? Well, the reality is, I do not want, even if I want to continue, and I do intend on continuing to make videos. I'm not planning on it being my primary job, right? And the thing is, there's kind of a thing where you can only have 2 of of these 3 things. Those 3 things are a career outside of YouTube, not being easily identifiable on your YouTube videos, and being edgy in your YouTube videos, right? So you can have a career outside of YouTube and have videos where you're easily identifiable. You can have a career and make edgy videos, but you have to be inidentifiable. And you can make edgy videos where you're identifiable, but you're not going to have a career outside of YouTube. When I first made almost all of my videos, the jokes I made at the time, and I'm not going to come along and say I was wrong for them, because I was 14 for most of them, but they just weren't edgy. The things I was saying weren't that bad for the time. Also, I was a 14-year-old. However, over time, those things have become considered edgy, right? The second thing is identifiability. When those things became edgy at first, I thought, well, you know what, I won't be identifiable. Even if I put my face up, I'm not going to make it big as a YouTuber, right? That's the reality of it. I know I'm not going to make it big because my content bounces from topic to topic. I never stay on one topic, right? Because that's what my interests do. I'm someone who I get hyper focused on one thing, then I get hyper focused on another, and usually when I get hyper focused on something for long enough, I'll make a video on it. That's just how I am, right? But the real thing that did it was the rise of AI, because there are plenty of videos where I do show my face, and to be honest, in the past, I've got 133 subscribers as of the 20th of May 2025. You're not gonna, no one, so no boss or anybody is just gonna come across a video of me with, even if it does have my face, the probability that they'll come across a video from a channel with 133 subscribers, or that a coworker will come across it, is laughably tiny, right? And not only that, it would happen to be one of the ones in my catalogue that show my face in the thumbnail to intrigue them to click. So the probabilities were always low. However, with the rise of AI, I'm worried that detection, because obviously I don't use my real name, the detection tools for like people's, I'm essentially worried that by using AI, someone could find my channel and they would find a load of jokes that I made when I was like 14 to 16 that weren't that bad at the time, especially for a 14 to 16-year-old. But unfortunately, we live in a less and less accepting culture, is the reality of it. And what do I mean by that? Less and less accepting when it comes to teenagers, people making jokes in their teenage years. I intend on keeping this video up. Yeah, again, so essentially the short and quick of it is I enjoy making YouTube videos. That's not going to change. However, I'm just gonna, I enjoy making YouTube videos. I'm not going to stop making YouTube videos, but I'm going to stop making YouTube videos that with a face cam, and I'm going to try and avoid edgy jokes if I can. You never know though. I mean, I'm mostly going to focus on passion projects rather than like comedy stuff. So the stuff I intend on leaving up is my more like video essay style videos, because that is really where the passion is. Like, I don't think to be totally honest as well, I don't think I'm that funny on video. I think I'm someone who I can make people laugh in person, but I just don't think that translates. So I think that, I don't know, maybe there's one or two videos of mine that you find funny, but I don't think I'm a massively funny person. So I think that for me, it's just going to be easier if all the videos I make are video essays, and then also I plan out precisely what I'm going to say. And also the reality is, if I try and make people laugh, there is a risk that whatever I say in 10, 20 years time ends up being a horribly offensive thing. We live in a world where like before you say that, it's like, when you think about it, we live in a world now where like fat people are protected by the same kind of social stigma about making jokes against them that is afforded to like women or black people, right? Obviously it's not exactly the same, but you can see how I'm a bit scared to make a joke on here about some negative trait, where I'm a bit scared to make fun of something because that could just turn around in 10 years and suddenly be horribly offensive. How do I know, this isn't some like cultural critique or anything. I'm not trying to make that, but it's just I'm just looking at a situation rationally and making the best decision. Uh, yeah, thanks for watching, I guess. Um, remember to artificially inflate my channel, and goodbye. I do plan on making more videos though. Bear that in mind.